Alright, I just wanted to show this part up here. There's a couple of these notes to pick up. I know it is warm, I refuse to turn my fan down. I'm sorry people don't like it. I'm sorry people unfollow me from social media because of it. But I'm not gonna fry my PS5 so people don't complain. Alright, that was in there. That was just a little offshoot. And I'm gonna cut out any sort of battle or anything like that.
Commence research. You have the worst luck running.
What have I been doing? What have I been up to? I've been doing spring cleaning.
Let's make it quick.
Housework. There's stuff. The house me and my family got was it had a lot of stuff left in it from the old owners. So it's one of those old constructions, close to 100, I think, where the people built the houses they needed it. Really cool design, but the windows and doors aren't regulation size, not normal size doors.
Are made to be broken.
But it's a nice sturdy house. It's comfortable for the most part. What's going on in my life? I think that I got some stuff coming up next month, and the beginning of this month, possibly
My turn.
an apartment. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll definitely post some pictures of that on my channel, well, not my channel, but on my Twitter account. That I'm hoping to have a place for a PC and do drawings and art, all sorts of artistic stuff. What do I do for a hobby? I make well, I used to. I don't really have the room now, but and oh.
I doubt the underground will ever see it fully excavated.
I've been sort of having my time taken up with, cleaning and getting things ready, but yeah, I'll show off like I have tons of art I could show off. I'm a little nervous to show my old art off because it's one of those things where when I was younger I was quite good. Here's the chest right here. I was quite good at drawing, and no, I'm not, which is, it's reasonable. I haven't drawn in years. When you're a kid, you just draw all the time. But I like other stuff. I like tie-dyeing. I like, multimedia art. More like physical stuff. Maybe getting into 3D printing. I'll have to see like how much money I'm gonna spend. I'll probably get a PC, get some sort of PC setup, and semi-retired the PlayStation. I've been using it to edit everything. I record and edit everything on the PlayStation, so it's been okay. But as far as my workflow goes, I can't separate the audio. It's all on the same track, so it's a lot of extra work to cut up the clip, and then to balance the audio, and then that involves me not being able to talk or say anything. So I'm going to shut up for this cutscene.
So this is what everyone is fighting over. Mr. Svarog, it's such a massive vein. I've never seen so much geomarrow before.
Calculating. Based on the average rate of excavation, this vein is enough to supply Belobog with 231 days of energy, with a margin of error of 7 days. I sense that your reason for summoning me is not the ore in question. State your true intention, Clara.
Right. I wanted Mr. Svarog to see that many miners and vagrants have gotten hurt because of the vein. Can you help them?
I have already prevented the dispute and taken temporary control of the excavation zone. Evaluation result. In the event of no further variables, there will be no large-scale armed conflict within the next 30 days.
I know why you did it, Mr. Svarog. It's just, I don't think it'll be enough. The mining team and Wildfire, they don't understand your actions. If only we could do more for them.
My mission is the protection of the underworld. The trust of the minority sample is redundant to my calculations. Human behavior will always deviate from rational calculation, Clara. As evidenced by their presence here.
Svarog! We haven't settled our final score.
Sela, subordinate to Wildfire. Your resistance is futile. The result of my calculation is unequivocal. Remaining in the underworld is the optimal strategy for survival.
This again. Calculation results, survival strategies. I haven't got time for your thesis. Withdraw your forces, or I'll lose my temper.
Observe, Clara. Even under abject conditions, humans are unable to avoid division and conflict.
But Mr. Svarog...
Human failure to accept the calculation result is a significant threat to the survival strategy of the underworld. Calculation complete. Result unequivocal. Armed suppression of Wildfire and their allies is the optimal course of action.
And more fashionably dressed, too. Hey, is he about to leave? What about the girl in red?
We must leave, Clara. External variables have triggered a calculation reset. The furnace core hub requires protection.
Please, Mills, don't hit them too hard.
I was getting bored of those minions. Time for a real fight. Come at me!
This is a boss fight, so I'll probably leave most of it in. If I do, I'm going to probably cut the recording short after this.
Move carefully.
As I was saying before I was interrupted, that I used to do a lot of
Excuse me, coming through.
pen and paper art, but I've been moving more along the line of like 3D stuff that like even paper can take up a lot of room. So I'm moving towards like functional, where it's sort of like a product that looks nice but it's usable, like a can opener or something.
Gotta try hard sometimes.
So a
Check out
computer would
this
help with that.
awesome move.
But oh, I was talking about how I edit. So I use my PS5 to edit, and then I can't. You used to be able to link your
revealed in an instant.
Twitter account to PlayStation, but I'm guessing because of PlayStation California and not any of the other normal states in the union making a decision, that they let their politics get ahead of their business, so you can't link your Twitter and your PlayStation account anymore. As far as what I've seen, you might be able to, but I haven't. Like I said, I haven't seen it. But you know, where the end user experience and basically fuck the end user experience and the what the customer has to put up with. We're going to hold on to
You have the
politics
worst luck
instead.
running into me.
So
With me out
that's
here,
just
how can we lose?
yeah.
Let's make
That's
it
just a califucktard way of thinking.
batter up. Clemency never heard.
It's not. I'm not going to throw the whole set in the bus. You know how it goes. Usually, people like to get mad at Texas because of the small pockets of delusion that they have in their state. Every state has it. So I would say it's not the farmers' fault, but the people who the people who vote for certain things are condensed into one area, right? Like what's a good way of putting it? They're like locusts, little insects that eat all the good vegetation and then move on to eat something else. They don't understand why things go away, why the vegetables are gone. They're just hungry and they want to eat more. And they're in so deep to where they're not able to actually contemplate if their job is necessary. All they know is that they've wasted their time making Kotaku articles, and they have no functional ability to feed themselves in the United States. No actual job. They're not necessary. They're not cashiers, or they don't work in infrastructure. So people could do without them, really. You know, like the actors and the artists are finding out. And yeah, art is nice to look at, and acting is, you know, I don't want to say necessary because they've sort of proven that people would rather deal with AI than an actor. But yeah, it's just one of those things. And now they're like old enough to have kids, and they don't have kids, and they're still renting an apartment they can barely afford. But all that aside, yeah, I'm
interest in stoking conflict.
I don't know where the future is going to take me, where I'm going to end up after the apartment. I'm sort of in like one step after another mode. I mean, like I've said in the past videos, I do have appointments, but I don't know how much they'd want me to talk about. So, you know, really, like, if my free time wasn't taken up with getting my room organized, cleaning up, and dealing with appointments, I'd probably have more to talk about. But I understand that I don't really talk in these videos because I come across as being, you know, sort of like
revealed in an instant.
shut in that doesn't do anything. Right? So, but then the opposite thing happen is I could start rambling and my video could be like an hour. So usually if I do have a video where I want to talk about something, I pre-record it and then I give myself like 6 or 7 minutes.
Not bad. How many of these big guys is Svarog hiding?
A lot, which is why Wildfire has never been able to take him down. Svarog's forces are too strong. We don't have enough firepower. Like I told you, that guy barely leaves his nest. It's rare to see him away from the furnace core. Even when he does appear, he doesn't stick around for long. He leaves everything to his subordinates. It might also have been because Clara was here, the little girl in red. She's best pals with Svarog, always following behind him. I guess I'm just used to seeing them together now, even if I don't understand it. Let's look for the chief.
No need to look far. Nice work, Zilo. We were attacked on both sides by robots. Who knows where they came from? We thought we were in it for the long haul.
I'd rather have voice acting than facial animation.
Chief, is everyone okay? Is anyone injured?
We're fine. We're used to it at this point. We sent those pesky robots and ragtag troops packing. And, who are your friends here?
Ah, them. They're outsiders that Sample brought down from who knows where. They need a favor from Wildfire, so I brought them with me. It'll be faster if they explain.
That's quite the tone to take on our first meeting. I won't forget you in a hurry. So, you went to all this trouble to find Wildfire. What help is it you need?
I didn't know you'd put on a show for the overworld, too. Impressive.
Well, this is new. Wildfire can barely take care of the underworld, and now outsiders are looking for assistance from us. This Stellaron you speak of, never heard of it. But if it's a secret that even we locals don't know about, then one name does come to mind. The current Supreme Guardian is a liar who uses sweet words to deceive the underworld. She's never cared about our survival.
Stop right there. I won't allow you to insult the Madam Guardian.
Miss Overworld, my words may be painful to you, but every one of them is true. Go out into the towns and hear for yourself. See how the people here suffer. I haven't gotten close to voicing the extent of the underworld's grievances, young lady. But I will respect your request. I will leave it at that for now. Let's get back to the main topic. The name that came to my mind was Svarog.
Huh? Isn't Svarog Wildfire's sworn enemy?
Why would a mere robot in the underworld have knowledge of important secrets?
Sworn enemy. Not how I see it. The young master here is closer. Svarog is a cold and unfeeling machine. He recognizes only the dead reasoning of his calculations. Svarog is not against Wildfire. Or perhaps I should say, Wildfire isn't even of concern to him. That ancient robot witnessed the war. If you're looking to pick up a thread, he may well be your best source.
Yeah, I remember hearing this world was invaded by the Legion hundreds of years ago.
Robots don't forget. If Svarog hasn't heard of your Stellaron, then I'm afraid perhaps no one has.
In which case, we need to think of a way to convince Svarog to communicate with us.
Or get him to hand over his memory bank. We could go through it ourselves.
What should we do?
We've tried repeatedly to negotiate with Svarog, but he rejects every effort. He believes that Wildfire is a threat. Still, if it were you guys... it's difficult to say. We have time. Let's get into the detail tomorrow. It's late, and you must have been through a lot. Go back to the town and rest. I'll make arrangements.
Again? I'm starting to get nervous of arranged rest on this planet.
As for our Silvermane girl here, do you have time? I'd like to talk with you in private.
Okay, I'm gonna cut the recording here, and this will be another video uploaded to YouTube and X. I'm not calling it Twitter. I'm not gonna call it Twitter.